Hi everyone, my pleasure to be here, and now I can be everyone. Wow, that's amazing, honestly. Okay, I capture all this movement by MetaHuman animator and just with my iPhone without fancy equipment. Hi again, this is Dyson, glad to be here. In today's video, we're gonna create our MetaHuman and animate that with MetaHuman animator. That's so amazing. I will show you that. And then we're gonna render that with path tracing and lumen. I must admit, that was a tricky little bit. And yeah, before we move on, if you like this kind of video, please hit the like button and help us to grow. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's begin with Live Link app on my iPhone and let's choose MetaHuman Animator. Okay, and let's have collaborate shot. Okay, and oh, that's the awkward smile. And okay, now let's have a blank scene here. Let's enable ray tracing and let's have a name, for instance, Meta. Okay, and let's go here, let's update this, and okay, we have this scene. Let's go to plugin and enable MetaHuman. Okay, that's cool. Let's restart and enable this missing and another restart. Okay, we have this one. Now let's create capture data in MetaHuman. Okay, we have this option here. Let's open that and let's choose the connection. Okay, we need IP. We can get the IP by the app here, OCS server, and that's our IP. Okay, let's type our IP here. Make sure the iPhone and the PC in the same network. Okay, let's go to the capture menu here and let's add that and let's import this shot. Okay, as you can see, our shot, it is imported. Let me show you here. Okay, let's go to content browser and we have this thing here. Let's proceed now. Okay, now let's go to MetaHuman identity. We're gonna create our MetaHuman. Okay, before in this video I show you how you can create MetaHuman from geometry, and now we have this footage option. Let's select our footage. We just imported. Okay, let's wait, and that's our footage, as you can see. Okay, it's not bad. Let's begin with promoting a natural pose here. Okay, that's one frame, and let's hit that one, and let's go to this and let's promote this frame. Okay, we need one more, and that's, and now we're gonna solve this frame. We're gonna have our mesh match with our face using this MetaHuman identity solve. That will give us the exact mesh first, not the MetaHuman. Okay, let's solve that, and now we have the mesh. Now mesh to the MetaHuman. Okay, we have error. We need to select the body type. Let's go here and select, for instance, this one, and now we need to log into our account and wait to the backend server. Okay, it will take a while, and I am speed up this process here, and now we have our MetaHuman. Then we need the teeth. Okay, we have this one, this frame, and let's promote this frame and let's fit the teeth here. Okay, let's wait, and that's a good option. Thank you, Epic. I love this one. because the teeth is so tricky to this one. Okay, you see that we have our MetaHuman, our mesh here. Okay, you can validate by this frame here. Yeah, it's pretty the exact mesh here. Okay, that's nice. And now we have this heavy process prepared to the performance. That will take a lot. Now the animation time. Okay, let's go to content browser and create MetaHuman performance. That's the new one, I guess. Okay, let's open that and let's select our shot here and our identity. Where are you? Okay, that's cool. And we have this one. Okay, we don't have any movement. And now let me show you here. Okay, this our option, and let's select our range here. Okay, this is the performance range. Before that we was collaborate this one, and you see this process is taking too much. That's why I speed up this shot here. Okay, now we have this movement, and honestly I must admit Epic did a pretty good job with it. Thank you, Epic, really thank you. Okay, now we have this animation, and that's lovely. Okay, that's the plugin. Okay, now you see we have this option, export to the animation. First, in this one the offset set to 0, and bake all this movement to the control rig here. Let me show you. Okay, make sure of that, because we need to match this one to the another MetaHuman, and let's save. And if you don't want the head rotation or head movement, you can disable it here or here. You see that? That's a big deal. I want the head rotation. Okay, let's save that and make sure you bake it to this common MetaHuman common skeleton here, not this one generated by identity. That's so important. And let's bake this animation and make sure you have the head movement. That's so important. Okay, we have the head movement. Okay, the tricky part. Let's go to Quixel Bridge here and make sure delete every downloaded MetaHuman from previous version. You see that? I am deleting this one, and I upgrade every MetaHuman to 2.0 here. You see? Okay, and before you download that, make sure you have the correct version and hit the download. Nice. And let's add this MetaHuman. Okay, that's so important. Let's bring this MetaHuman to our scene here. Now I already have this sequence here. Let me show you. Okay, I have this blank sequence, and let's bring our MetaHuman to this sequence. Let me see. Okay, and we have this MetaHuman without any movement. Let's clear this window here, and let's have this deleted, and let's select this animation we have, the cool one. And as you can see, we have this animation, but we have one problem. Let me show you. The head is floating. Okay, to fix that we have a couple options here. First, with the face selected here, and let's select our blueprint in the asset here, and let's open that. And now let's go to the animation graph, and let's zoom into the layer blend per bone, and let's create new one. I don't want to mess with the original. Okay, now let's connect this to this like original one and this one. Okay, now let's change the branch to the blend mask. Okay, we don't have any. Let's go here and let's create one %DZN. Okay, we have this blend mask. Let's search the head and let's make that to 1. Okay, obviously you get it. We're gonna blend the head movement with the original. Let's compile and save. Okay, we have this movement, but the issue is remain. Okay, let's retarget the animation by going to this performance asset here. Okay, instead of animation, let's export that as a sequence. Let's have a name, for instance, retarget. Okay, we need that, and let's save that without any this element. We don't need that. Let's create this sequence. Let's open that. You see we have the head and all the movement. Let me show you. Okay, but this is the original head. Let's select the new head from this skeleton, the MetaHuman head. Okay, you can use any MetaHuman one here. Okay, and you see obviously we are retargeting that. Let's bake that animation. Okay, let's call it the final anim, for example, and let's hit OK, and let's export that. And now you see that we have this new animation. Okay, now let's go to our sequence with our brand new MetaHuman. You see we have this issue. Let's select the new animation instead the old one. Let's delete that and let's go to the animation and search final. Okay, that's cool. The issue is remain, obviously. That's because we need to do this last thing here. Let's have a create this keyframe to disable the blueprint, and voila. Man, that was a cool. Now let's render this bad boy with the path tracing. Okay, we have this animation here, and first let's go dark. Let's delete this default lighting here. Okay, this one, we don't need this one, and this one. Okay, we have pretty damn dark scene. Let's create rectangle light. Okay, let's light up the scene. Now let's force the LOD to the final one. Okay, let's go to the blueprint here and let's go to the LOD sync component. Let's go down and let's set that to 0 to force the LOD. Okay, now we have this MetaHuman, and let's go to the path tracing, and the eyes go black. In case you have this issue, I'm highly recommend to go to the blueprint again here. Okay, let's go to the face component and let's find this eye occlusion. Okay, let me show you. It is tricky to find. Okay, that's the one, and we have this material, and let's go to the source here, and we have this one. Let's convert that as a parameter. Let's have a name, for example, fix eye. Let's save that, and now we have this option here. Let me show you. Okay, I see a lot of people set this to 0. You see the eye is all washed up. That's not cool. Instead, set that to, for example, 0.6. Okay, that's nice, and that's the one issue we solved here. Now let's go to the sequence here. Okay, let me open our sequence, and you see we don't have any camera. Okay, let's create one. Nice. And let's go here. For example, we have this depth of field here. Okay, nice. And let's fix the focus. Where are you? Okay, we have this one. Let's adjust it on the eye because we connect with each other through these eyes here. Okay, now let's go to the path tracing and let me show you this one. Okay, I messed up that, and you see the hair, it's not cool here. Let's fix that by going to the camera and search path tracing here. Okay, and let's enable this reference depth of field, and boom, we have the hair back. Okay, that's cool. And now let's go to post processing and let's have this decent sampling just for this editor, and let's enable it with the unbound here. Okay, we have quick result, and of course we have this denoising here. Of course, you know, every denoise will kill the details, so let's multiply our normals. Let's go to the blueprint again and the face component and the main material here, and let's search normal. Cool. Let's go to this option here and we're gonna multiply that. Let me show you. You see we have more normals here, and yeah, that's the way you multiply the normals. Okay, now let me show you how you can tweak your subsurface scattering here. Let's go and turn out this light to have this obvious effect of the ears, and let's go to the material and let's go all the way down here, and let's enable this override here, and let's go to the profile. Okay, pay attention, this is the original profile, do not change it okay too much. So we have let me enable the game mode to have this clean shot here, and now we have this number. If we increase that, obviously the radius will be a lot, you see. So pick the right number. See that we have more obvious subsurface scattering. The light is travel through the surface here, and let's bring this down here, and of course I'm tweaking these lights here to have more appealing shot, and yeah, that's our subsurface scattering. You see that? I love it. Maybe let's change that to blue. Now let's have a more charm to the eyes here. Let's zoom to the eye. I love these eyes here. Thank you, Epic, for doing this. I know it's so hard to do this from scratch, so let's change this eyes material. We have the right and the left. I will show you this one, and you can tweak another one, sorry. Okay, we have this light material, and let's go here and change the brightness. I will show you this one. Okay, where are you? The brightness. Okay, that's the brightness. You see? Wow. Cool. You see that? All this reflection and this brightness. Make sure to change it properly. See? It's solid change, but believe me, it will make a lot of difference of your rendering. Okay, let's move on to the render setting here. Okay, to render that we need, let me fix that. Okay, to render that, let's go here. Okay, let's go to the setting and let's disable this and this. Let's have EXR and let's have anti-aliasing and let's put that to 400 for example, and let's override that. Okay, and now I want object ID, but I don't have this one. Let's enable path tracing for now, and for the object ID let's enable these render passes here, and of course let's restart that. Cool, now we have this object ID. It's basically the cryptomtte. I will show you in the next chapter. Okay, and we have this one, and let's render that. Cool, almost finished. Let's go to Nuke for example, or Fusion, and we have this EXR and we have these layers. Okay, that's nonsense, I know. And let's have cryptomtte to decrypt this one, and you see we're gonna select every part of this object and treat it as alpha. You see, I love cryptomtte honestly, and that's awesome for the compositing. And ladies and gentlemen, this was a MetaHuman animator and the path tracing. So with that, have a good day. See ya.